My journey to Cross River State feels almost like a dream as I look back to those unforgettable few days. The experience was beyond incredible, filled with moments that were both awe-inspiring and almost surreal. As I recount this trip, I can't help but relive the magic that made it truly one of a kind. Now let's rewind to where it all began to make sense. A key part of this trip was my friend who joined me all the way from Benin. After a long, exhausting journey, he arrived late in the evening. Without wasting much time, we headed straight into the city and caught a glimpse of Calabar's vibrant nightlife. My friend fits right into this trip, making friends effortlessly and navigating Calabar like he'd always known the place. The night was going great, but we had to retire early. The next day was the big day. The Africa's biggest street party, the reason people flock into the city by this time of the year. It was the day of the Calabar Carnival, the Africa's biggest street party. We headed to the famous Marina Resort junction, where the vibrant performances were set to take place. The atmosphere was heating up, with a strong security presence to protect the venue and performances. Across the city, roads were blocked to ensure the smooth flow of the carnival's activities. Sponsors had their banners displayed all over the city, and performers were already lined up on the streets. The vibe was alive and the carnival had already begun. However, the activities officially started when the governor and other dignitaries arrived. The Calabar Carnival began in 2004, initiated by Donald Duke, who served as governor of Cross River State from 1999 to 2007. His vision was to spotlight Calabar as a tourism hub of Nigeria, bringing global attention to the city through this vibrant celebration. Over the years, the carnival has experienced shifts in energy and focus. While its early days under Donald Duke set a high standard, changing times brought challenges that shaped its current form. Still, its essence remains with the potential to recapture its peak vibrancy. The carnival was a vibrant display of diverse groups: health, education, farming, engineering, electrical workers, builders, and even reggae groups, to name a few. The streets were lined up with an enthusiastic audience, a mix of people from across the country and foreign visitors from around the world, all gathered to witness the spectacle. What stood out to me were the groups raising awareness of the country's challenges and the impactful participation of the physically disabled community, which added depth to the event. As the carnival continued into the night, performers headed to the stadium for evening display. At this point, I stopped filming to fully engage myself in the festivities. Fast forward to the next day, the day of the Bikers Carnival. Before diving into the main event, we decided to take a detour and explore more of the city. My friend was completely immersed in the vibrant energy of Calabar. Our first stop was the iconic Marina Resort, a place steeped in history and beauty. We strolled through its scenic grounds, soaking the tranquil atmosphere and glimpsing the stories that etched into its existence. From there, we made our way to the National Museum, a treasure trove of the city's heritage. While filming was restricted in most areas, I managed to capture a few moments that hinted its richness. You mean this is your work?
Yeah, this is my work.
That is very impressive, man. This museum was a slave trade hub, linking slaves from southeast and other regions to river transport.
That bike was the most prestigious mode of transportation in those days. And ironically, today is the bikers event, so you know. Can you be a slave trader and look at that view and have peace?
After this brief but meaningful exploration, we rejoined the excitement of the Bikers Carnival, ready to dive into the energy and spectacle of the day. The Bikers Carnival was in full swing, with bikers revving their engines and cruising through the city in stunning, bold, and truly captivating style. Groups of bikers, each exuding their unique energy, railed across the city, showcasing their flair to enthusiastic spectators lined up along the roadside. The atmosphere was electric and the carnival offered a thrilling spectacle of speed, style and excitement. The carnival saw a remarkable resurgence with massive crowds turning out in full force despite an incident 2 years ago that had affected attendance. Tight security measures kept spectators safely off the roads, ensuring a smooth and well-organized event. Spectators quickly dispersed and began heading toward the stadium for the Insomnia Night festivities. At the stadium, I noticed some lively side activities in different areas but went straight to the field where the performances were set to hold. I enjoyed some Afrobeat performances by band members but couldn't catch the top artists. I had to leave to rest up for the next day. The night features some top artists like Zlatan, Runtown, and Techno. The next day was the street party, a lively event distinct from the Africa's biggest street party that had the city buzzing with excitement, but instead of joining in, we had a different plan in mind. That morning, we set our sights on the breathtaking Obudu Mountain Resort. Join me in part 2 as I narrate the incredible adventures we had, the moments that took our breath away and made this journey unforgettable.